Under dreary, somber skies, death arrived that winter morning to claim their souls. Shrouded in the darkness of a rotting coffin, a soulless evil slumbered in silence, waiting for the night. A dark and musty gloom had settled heavily over the Socoli estate with the arrival of the dead. Cold rain drizzled off black umbrellas as dark figures trudged solemnly beside the long line of ancient coffins. Adding to the dismal scene was the destination of the mourners. A grotesquely Gothic mausoleum newly erected on the estate grounds. From behind a rain-streaked window of the Socoli mansion, a young child watched the procession below with morbid fascination. Riveted by the grim scene, young Vanora Socoli hummed while dragging her tiny, very pale fingers through the condensation decorating the cold glass panes. Her ghostly reflection peered back at her, and she stuck out her tongue at the girl in the window. Pale, white blonde curls fell neatly to the collar of her black velvet dress, and framed a heart-shaped face decorated with big eyes, fringed with long, whitish lashes. Though Vanora strenuously claimed her eyes were blue, they were actually purple in hue, a trait of her albinism. All morning the family had been gathering for this event, and she had hoped to be among them since the sun was nowhere to be seen. But she had been banished to the playroom by her older sister. Vanora scowled. She hated being treated like a little kid, even if she was a little kid. Roman Socoli, her much older half-brother, had worked very hard to bring the dead Socolis to Houston, Texas. Even though Vanora did not fully understand why he had felt obligated to do so, she felt proud that he had succeeded in his task, even if it meant he had brought home a bunch of creepy dead people. Vanora returned her gaze to the ceremony and watched until she saw the heavy door of the mausoleum close behind the dead, and the priest gave his final blessing. Emulating the dark shapes of her family below, the little girl genuflected, then hopped off of her perch on the window seat. The 10-year-old hurried along the darkened hallway to the stairs and sat on the top step to wait for her brother and sister to return from the funeral. Watching the front door expectantly, Vanora chewed on her thumbnail. Her sister had painted her nails a soft pink color the night before, but most of the lacquer was gnawed off. The heavy door swung open a few minutes later, and Alisha Socoli entered, shaking the rain from her umbrella. "Hello," Vanora said. "Sweetie, what are you doing sitting there? I thought you were watching Dracula Bites Frankenstein or something like that." Even wet and cold from the rain, Alisha was beautiful. She was tall and slim, with a delicate face framed with gold hair and graced with soulful blue eyes. "I wanted to see the coffins," Vanora said pointedly. "Ugh, little girls should be playing with dolls, not watching funerals in their own backyard. Why Roman ever wanted to bring all the dead Socolis from the estate in Romania, I'll never understand." Alisha visibly shuddered. "Family owner, that's what he told me." "That's family honor, Snowpea," Alisha corrected, her somber expression cracking under a smile. Again, she shivered, sweeping a hand through her blonde hair. "Are you scared?" Vanora asked, tilting her head. "Scared?" Alisha blinked in surprise, but appeared to actually ponder the question. No. Roman did the right thing. She shrugged dismissively. "Just what?"